Dominion Road, one of Auckland's busiest and earliest roads. As the rails of Auckland's tram lines reached out along this road, so came Auckland's new suburban settlers. The road and its residents have seen many changes, perhaps none more so than in very recent years. Documenting those recent changes is a new Chinese group of photographers, Photo Whisper. Their first exhibition held at Art Station is the Shifting Urbanscape. It interprets the area's transformation to a new and very multicultural society.
Dominion Road is a place where we could start to work with both in the cultural aspect and also in the contemporary aspect of the city urbanscape.
The changes of recent years in the landscape of Dominion Road is seen as running parallel to the changes seen by the local Chinese society. The photographers aim to create both a cultural statement and an historical archive.
I know they have a lot of talent photographers in New Zealand. I want to help them and support them to engage in their works in New Zealand. So I think it's quite important for our communities.
On behalf of Art Station, I would like to welcome you tonight to the opening of this exhibition, Dominion Road, the Shifting Urbanscape.
The exhibition features the work of 4 photographers, all from different backgrounds. Dr. King Tong Ho is a senior lecturer at Auckland's AUT. He sees his work as a type of static documentary about both people and business. Ivan Liang is a graphic designer. His colorful kaleidoscope is a statement on the vibrant diversity of the area. Shun Mei Deng was a photographic printmaker. Her mix of abstract and textured images makes the point of culture and food, bringing the Chinese communities together. And Linda Ai is a freelance photographer. Her focus is a statement on how communities change around children as they grow.
When the project started a couple of years ago, I've just got pregnant. So to me, it's a journey of not just me being pregnant, but also growing up here in the country, in New Zealand. I've been here for 25 years. And the growing of the multiculturalism in New Zealand, especially on Dominion Road. There's shops that you can see are actually really multicultures. There are both English and Chinese and sometimes Indian, Korean, Japanese signs in it.
This shop actually reminds me of the little toy, the kaleidoscope toy that I used to play when I was little. So yeah, that is how I came up with the concept.
The photos have been cleverly combined.
Actually, it takes a month or two to complete the whole series because one of these images are combined with hundreds of images. So to make that large enough to compose such a big print.
On one wall, my photographs are a recognition of how spiritual and material lives sit side by side in Western society. For example, the wall of a church, and close to it, the wall of the KFC. On the eastern wall of the exhibition is an interplay between traditional Chinese elements and the different Chinese restaurants.
I think it is more about talking to people rather than photographing them. It's less about the visuals. I believe the visual is more about me trying to actually capture a moment of what I felt. But I think the thing I really admire and appreciate is that I actually understand and acknowledge that we have differences in different cultures.
King Tong's photos inside John Hewitt's fiddle shop was one of his most memorable. Amidst the hundreds of fiddles, the craftsman lovingly repairing broken instruments impressed him the most.
It surprised me that he employed a group of Asian people, mainly Korean, to work for him. I find a mixture of different peoples and from different cultures, and they together actually form quite an interesting group.
Back at Art Station, the opening night has been very successful and a big crowd turned up.
It's a great crowd. It's a good crowd. Often when we have different cultural communities showing, it's amazing the turnout from their own networks. Yeah, it's fantastic. Yeah.
There's now a suggestion that this very Chinese area of Dominion Road could be branded as a new Auckland Chinatown. Whatever the decision, as the traffic rolls by, Dominion Road's 150-year-old history will always roll on.